Hey guys, welcome to the channel. So tomorrow is Thanksgiving, you guys. I had to put everything out to make sure I had everything, and then I added to my menu. So I'm going to show you guys my menu, and the only thing that you're not going to see on there, what I added to my menu this year, is peach cobbler. I decided to go ahead and do peach cobbler for Thanksgiving because I had all the ingredients I really needed, and I was going to do it for Christmas, but I said, why not go ahead and do it for Thanksgiving, because I have some other plans for Christmas as far as dessert wise. I'm going to show you everything I'm cooking, tell you what I'm cooking, and tell you some of my little tricks and things that I do to make my food come out really good to my liking. But everyone cooks different, so no one needs to go and tell anyone you're not cooking this right. That is not how it's supposed to be cooked. You know, my mama used to do this, my granny used to cook like this. Look, everyone cooks different. My mom taught me, and just like my mom taught me, I'm sure your mom or your granny taught you, or your aunt, however someone taught you, and you might have came up with some different recipes yourself and changed some stuff up. Well, that's what I did. My mom taught me like the basics, and my mom cooked a certain way, but I actually don't cook like my mom. I cook different than how my mom cooked, but my mom cooked very good. But when I start, cooking for my own family and things like that, I changed up a few of the recipes and started doing stuff to my liking and to my family liking. So let me tell you guys what I'll be cooking for Thanksgiving 2021. Let's get started. The first thing I will be cooking for Thanksgiving 2021 is these hens, you guys. I will not be doing a turkey this year. So I have hens. I have 3 packs with 2 in each pack. Seems like a lot. No, it's not a lot. I have a good sized family. No one is coming over, but just with my husband and my 6 kids, that's enough right there. So we want to make sure we have enough. I probably could have actually used another pack, but however, we got 3 packs of hens, so I'll be doing hens. I'm going to be seasoning up these hens. I don't have the seasons that I'll be using sitting right here, but I'm going to be cleaning and season my hens overnight, you guys, and I'm going to let them marinate right here in this Goya Creole sauce. I love the sauce. It gives chicken and pork and things like that a good flavor, so I'm going to be using that. So let's go over and keep going on with what meats I'll be cooking. Next, you guys, I'm going to be doing a ham. Now, I like ham, but I don't like ham like that. I'm not a big pork fan, but one of my children requested ham, and I said, okay, I'll do ham. I usually do ham anyway, but I usually do ham on Christmas, so I'm going to do it this year on Thanksgiving. I usually do a big ham, but this is a good size right here because, like I said, we won't be having guests this Thanksgiving. So it comes with a pack back here, and this is your glazed sauce. I like to make my own glazed sauce with pineapple juice and those little cherries that come in the glass jar, and a little bit of brown sugar and cinnamon. I like to do my own glazed sauce, so I won't be using this pack sauce that come with this glazed sauce. I'll be doing my own sauce for my ham, but this is just a brown sugar ham. It's spiral cut, and it's gonna be really good. Next, what was added to my Thanksgiving menu is steak. My husband wanted some type of form of beef. He was like, he wanted to do roast. I didn't want to do roast. I said, no, I really don't want to do roast. I just feel like roast is a little too heavy. So we already have hens. I was like, hens is like the main meat for Thanksgiving. Let's just do steak. So we decided to do steak. And what we're going to do with this steak is we're going to make pepper steak. And we'll do the steak, and it'll be pepper steak with the sauce and with the peppers and with the onions, and we'll do pepper steak. Next thing on the menu will be the smoked pork neck bones. Now, this is only going to be used right here to add to the green beans. Now, I usually do fresh green beans or frozen green beans. This year I'm doing canned green beans. Yeah. Go ahead and judge. Don't care. I'm doing canned green beans because I really like these green beans right here. These green beans already have it, like they have the onions, the red peppers, and the garlic. They super good, and I'm gonna be cooking these green beans right here. Quick and easy for me to cook these green beans. Next thing we're gonna be doing for Thanksgiving, we're gonna do homemade mashed potatoes. So these is the potatoes that I'll be using. These is the Idaho potatoes, and we'll be using these to make homemade mashed potatoes. The next thing we're going to be doing for Thanksgiving, you guys, is going to be macaroni and cheese. So with my macaroni and cheese, I usually like to use 2 different size noodles. I like how that come out, and I just like how it spoons out once the macaroni is done when you use two size noodles. So I have the smaller noodles right here. This is a 2-pound box. Usually I could just use this one box. That makes a lot of macaroni. But on holidays, I like to make large pans of macaroni because it's like the #1 dish in my household. Everyone loves macaroni. I know it's not going to go to waste. I know we're going to keep going back. So I have the large elbow noodles and I have the small elbow noodles. These are my cheese I'm going to use. So I have the Vermont sharp white cheese. I have Kobe Jack cheese. I have 2 of those. Then I have a sharp cheddar, and then I have a extra sharp cheddar down there. And these ones is I'm going to use to make like my cheese sauce. So, you know, that's when you make the cheese sauce with your milk, your eggs, and your flour and things like that. You're going to make your cheese sauce. But then I also have the packaged already shredded cheese. Now, sometimes I don't like to use this, and a lot of people don't like to use this. Why? Because there is a coating on this particular type cheese, shredded type cheese. It has a coating on it, and the reason why the coating is on it, it keeps it shredded like this. So when you find this cheese, and sometimes they feel like it doesn't stick to your macaroni and cheese very well. So a lot of people don't like to use this, but I'm going to use it because I know I'm going to have a real thick, great cheese sauce with these cheeses right here. So with this one, I end up getting, this is a pasta shredded cheese, and what I like about this one is it's creamy, and it's mozzarella and provolone. Then I also have the Monterey Jack, and then I have a 3-state cheddar, and that's like the New York and the Vermont and the cheddar cheese. So these are the cheeses that I will be using on my macaroni. The next thing that we're going to have on our list of Thanksgiving is we're going to have cornbread. Now, this right here is not going, this cornbread is just going, I'm going to make a pan of cornbread because I like cornbread. But what's good about this one is, if you notice, it's the honey cornbread. And we're going to have that with it. You know what? Let me get the honey I'm going to use. Hold up, you guys. Hold up. Let's get the honey I'm going to use. Okay, you guys, this is the honey I'm going to use. I'm going to use this flour honey to make my honey cornbread. So what you do is, first off, let me tell you something. Do not go, I repeat, do not go with the instructions on these cornbread boxes. If you do, you're going to have you some very dry cornbread. You can use them, but you got to make them taste like they're homemade. Okay, like if you're making cornbread from scratch. If you go by the directions on this box, your cornbread is going to be dry. So, what I do, as you see, you change out a lot of stuff, okay? Now, with this one right here, it's calling for milk and eggs and like that. But what you're going to do with this, I have 2 boxes. So, I will use 3 eggs. I will use buttermilk and regular milk. Then I'm going to add some of this honey to the mixture of the cornbread, and I'm going to add some cream, some heavy cream butter, and that's going to give you a good cornbread that's going to be soft, fluffy, and feel like you, or taste like rather, you made it from homemade scratch. So I'll be making my honey cornbread, and then when it's done, when your cornbread is done, what you're going to do is you're going to let it, before it cool off, you're going to go ahead and put that butter at the top of it. So you're going to pour some melted butter on the top of the cornbread, and then you'll go with your spoon and you'll just do like this, and you'll add your honey to the top of the cornbread. Super, super good. Okay, let's keep moving on. Next is a #1 dish in just about everyone's household. You're either going to call it dressing or you're going to call it stuffing. I call it dressing. I will be making dressing this year, and I can't wait because that's what I really have a taste for. So I'm going to be making dressing. Now, how I make my dressing is I do use Jiffy cornbread mix. A lot of people don't use this. They make it homemade. They get their cornmeal and they go make their cornbread, or they use something different. Well, this is what I use. I love using this. It comes out perfect if you have the right ingredients in there, okay? I will be doing my dressing with the Jiffy cornbread mix. Now, don't judge me. Don't judge me. But I'm going to use just 1 box of the stovetop cornbread stuffing. And why I use that is not so for the dressing. It's because the seasoning. This has a wonderful seasoning. It has a wonderful taste to it. So when you add this to your own cornbread dressing, comes out so perfect. I also will be using my chicken broth. I'd like to use the chicken broth that has less sodium. And then the main 2 seasonings that you do need for your dressing, I feel like, is going to be your sage and your poultry season. Also, you're going to saute your onions and your celery. Some people don't use onions, some people don't use celery. It depends on how you like your food. I like onions and celery. And you're going to saute that. But then also, I like to use this. I like this to cook down, and I boil it down and I pour it into the dressing. I like that as well. This is just chicken cubes. And then I also use a can of cream of onion. I use a can of I use 2 cans of cream of chicken. And then I also use a can of cream and celery. Where's the cream of celery? Here we go, cream of celery. So that is what I use. And also I use other seasonings for the dressing as well, you guys. So I just showed you guys the 2 main seasonings I feel like you definitely need for your dressing. But I used other seasonings as well. You want that really flavorful. The next thing that's on my menu for Thanksgiving, you guys, is getting to the dessert parts, okay? I'm going to do a strawberry cake. I'm going to use this. I'm going to make it taste homemade. So anytime you have these box cake mix, never go by the box. Never go by the box, okay? So when you have these, like if it say 1 egg, do 2 eggs. If it say 2 eggs, do 3 eggs. But in my cake mixes, I use 3 eggs. I add some baking butter. I add that. Let me get the baking butter, you guys, so I can show you the baking butter. Right here. This is cake batter flavor. This is something that you want to use. Then also, you have this butter extract. This is something else you want to use, okay, for your cakes. So I will be using these in my cakes, along with the eggs, buttermilk, and regular milk, and melted butter. And this cake is going to come out great. This 1 box is going to get me 2 cakes, so it will be double strawberry supreme cake, just like they got it on the box, 2 cakes. This is the frosting I'm going to use, and it's going to be a good cake. So the next thing I'm going to be making, you guys, is a peach cobbler. I have my pie crust. I'm going to make a large pan of peach cobbler because I love it. I know all my kids love it. My husband like it. We're going to do a large pan of peach cobbler. I have my peaches right here. I have my brown sugar. And then I have my ground cinnamon. And I have my pure vanilla extract. Make sure it's pure vanilla extract when you're making these recipes, you guys. And then I don't have cornstarch. I usually use cornstarch, but I don't even want to use it. I'm going to use a spoon of flour when I'm doing my peaches, and all that's going to do is thicken up your sauce that you're going to be pouring over into the pie crust, along with your melted butter and all that good stuff. So I'm going to do a peach cobbler. Something else I'm going to do, but I don't have the stuff sitting right here. I'm going to be doing a potato salad, and we're going to do a sweet potato pie. I don't have no sweet potatoes. The ones I had was not good. We tossed them, and my husband have to bring some more sweet potatoes home today when he gets off work. But we're going to also be doing a sweet potato pie, homemade, and potato salad, homemade. And that is going to be everything that we are going to be doing for our Thanksgiving. Now, you guys, now that you're seeing all the food I'm going to be making, we're going to be eating good tomorrow. Like, we're going to be eating good in the neighborhood, right? We're going to be eating real good tomorrow. So now that you're seeing all the food that I am making, let me show you what we're going to be drinking on tomorrow. Tomorrow, you guys, will be drinking on the mango juice and also the pear juice. And you can also mix them and get you some nice ice and put in there. So get you some ice, mix them up, and you can add like some real pineapples to it. And it's super, super good. And then you can also get some more orange juice, like regular orange juice. Pour that orange juice over in there, mix it all up. You have yourself a nice little drink. So that's what we'll be drinking right there. And also, we will be doing wine. So tomorrow, you guys, we'll be doing the Stella Rose wine. So I have the watermelon. And then also, you guys, we have the Moscato. So we're going to really have a nice Thanksgiving. This is my favorite wine. I love these wines. And then I did get this right here, this little, what is this, like a little apple cider sparkling little drink for children, you know. So I got this for my children. And that completes everything that I'm going to be cooking and doing for Thanksgiving. Comment below. Tell me what's going to be on your menu. What you're putting on your table tomorrow for Thanksgiving. Also, tell me what you're thankful for. I'll tell you right now, I'm thankful for my life. I'm thankful for being a mother. I'm thankful for my children. I'm thankful for my husband. I'm thankful for the family that is in my life. And I'm thankful for my home. And I'm thankful for the food that I am able to provide for my family. So I'm thankful for so many things. I'm just thankful all the way around. And I never stop. You know, people say, I remember days I prayed for things I have now. I never stop praying. I pray every day for the things I have so I can keep the things I have. I stay humble, and I feel like that's how I'm always blessed. Everyone have an awesome, awesome day. Have a great Thanksgiving tomorrow, you guys. I wish everybody many, many blessings, and enjoy your dinner tomorrow. Bye, you guys.